A new advice column aims to help readers navigate the stresses of divorce, and in particular, what happens after and how good it can be in many regards.
Yeah.
Best-selling author and writer Scaachi Koul has been called a voice of her generation by Rolling Stone. In her book of essays, Sucker Punch, Koul writes about her own experience with divorce, and her advice column for Slate is called Now That You've Left. Scaachi Koul joins us now. Great to have you here.
Hi, thanks for having me. Are you guys ready to get divorced? Everybody gets divorced at the end of the segment.
No.
I'm starting from here, and
I might have to sit this one out.
I beat you, Sachi. I'm already divorced.
True.
But I wish I would have had your book back in the day.
Yeah.
I wish I would have had it.
Well, that's the thing, is I feel like people are going to hear this conversation and find out about you, and then they're going to send it to 3 friends who they know are going through a divorce. And your general message is that it can be a good thing after the fact.
I think divorce is a great thing. I think people are really anxious about endings, but endings are good. When you end something, you can do something else. And I think a lot of people, married people, especially married women, fall trapped to the sunk cost fallacy. It's not real.
Well, ultimately, I still believe in marriage, and I think when you can have a great marriage, I'm a big proponent. But I also think there is a stigma sometimes about divorce, certainly when it comes to anger.
Yes.
And I'm curious about your thoughts about that.
That's a good question.
I love anger. I think it's propulsive, and I think it's helpful. And I think when you skip that step, you don't get to heal properly, and that's when
But people think you should move on.
People think you should move on pretty fast, and people do not like angry women. It's usually women who are angry after a divorce.
But your own backstory, you were telling me you're the first person in your family to get divorced.
The first in my family to get divorced. My parents are South Asian immigrants. They've been married for almost 47 years. My brother is still married. He's been married for almost 20. I come from a long line of married people.
Were you embarrassed yourself about getting a divorce?
I was okay with it for myself. I didn't want my family to feel embarrassed because it was the first time they had to really, deal with this as a topic. But I was good with it.
Did you stay in it longer because of your family?
Yeah, 100%.
What do you mean?
I would have left. I wouldn't have gotten married.
No?
I wouldn't have gotten married.
Wow.
I got married because this was something that happened in my family. It was what all the girls did. And it was
Right.
the way towards freedom. It was economic freedom, it was personal freedom, it was emotional freedom, it was safety. That's how we were trained and how we were
conditioned,
raised.
right?
And conditioned to believe that, especially in communities of color. That's all we hear. It's the way to have a life. And I now, in my mid-30s, I'm like, oh, wait, I don't need anybody to give me a life. I can just have it.
Now, what are some of the lessons that you learned? You touched on a few of them, but what are some of the lessons you learned about yourself post-divorce?
About myself?
About yourself. What did you learn about yourself?
Yeah, and what responsibility do you take in your divorce too, Sachi?
That's a
I had a lot
good
of
question.
responsibility. It's a good question. I was raised in a family that handled conflict in a particular way, and that's how I handled
What is that particular way?
Directly, my friend. Directly.
Confrontation.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about this right now.
Exactly, and that's how I deal with it. That's not always helpful. I realize that now. But I learned a lot about myself. I thought I couldn't do almost anything, and there's very little I haven't been able to do.
How long were you married and why did you get divorced? Do you mind saying?
I was married for almost 4 years. We were together for 11. I think we got divorced for a lot of reasons. It was a bad relationship, but I think I looked up one day and realized I'm never going to get anything that I want here.
I want to get to the Cardi B lessons because those are fascinating, but
yes.
also, I mean, for people hearing you and saying, what do you, an advocate for divorce, is this lady anti-family? Is this lady anti the foundation of civilization? Is this lady anti
100%, yes.
What do you say?
I am.
You are.
For sure. That is exactly
Sachi,
right.
wait, you're anti-family? Are you?
No, it's a ludicrous. It's a ludicrous.
oh.
Yeah, I mean, married people are not the only people having families. There's a million kinds of community out there, and I mean, like, we see it. Listen, the world is on fire. We are in crisis, and we need each other. And I do not think we're only going to be able to find each other through nuclear family and through marriage. That's not the way
Why
it's
is
gonna
Cardi
work.
B a role model?
Cardi B is crashing out in public the way I wish I did.
Okay, all right. Now, I got to push back a little bit, though. Like, you don't believe that is somewhat messy?
Of course I do.
Not just within the relationship between Cardi B and her ex, but what about people that look up to her? What about her kids? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a certain way that you can handle confrontation in public. I don't mind it. If you want to crash out, crash out.
Yeah.
But you're also setting an example of ways that young women will follow.
This is true, but her ex-husband was setting an example for how young men should act, and I don't see anybody thinking about.
And I don't agree with his moves either.
It's not good, but I do think there is something valuable in showing people that you're not going to take it. I think if there's value in her showing her daughters,
Yes.
I'm not putting up with this anymore. You can't
I like
treat me
that.
like
I
this, and
agree.
you need to learn
That's real.
how to talk to a man
I
when he
agree.
treats you like this.
That's real.
I think
Would
that's
you
valuable.
want to get married again?
No, I'm good.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
34. You really feel at 34 you don't want to get married?
Yeah, what do I need it for? Look how cute I am. I don't need it.
Okay.
I buy my own jewelry. I have my own apartment. I got a job. I'm here. What do
I don't believe you, Sachi. I don't believe
Will you
it.
officiate my second wedding?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Then I'll get married.
Yes,
All
I
right,
would.
Scaachi Koul, thank you so much. You are awesome. We appreciate you joining us.
You just have to meet the right partner.
All right.